Well, the Pigskin Prophet has Westfield 24 to Fitchburg 16, so that's a good sign.
That is a good sign. Yep.
Yeah, you know, you look at the points for, right, for Westfield.
Yeah.
228 points for in the season, right?
Yep.
Points against 40, you know, and then you look at Fitchburg's points for, and their points against was enormous.
Yeah.
You know, so it's if they can play some defense, it could be a good game. But if they don't, it looks like Westfield will run all over them. So.
Oh yeah. I think it's going to be a really good game. It's going to come down to who wants it the most.
Yeah, true enough. Playoff football.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah. With the audio on YouTube. All right. Good job, Pete.
Cool.
Huh? Yeah. Nice.
Now, if you got to think about Westfield, the history with the St. Pierre's. Coach Troy St. Pierre had his son Austin St. Pierre back in 2017. Austin led the Bombers to a championship.
I remember that. Yeah.
I would think, being Jackson St. Pierre, you have to try and at least measure up to that.
Yeah, it's in your DNA, I suppose, right?
Oh yeah.
I would have thought that there would have been more fans on the visitor side stadium.
I agree. Yeah, I do too. I did too, but it's an hour drive from Fitchburg to here.
True. Yeah. It's a nice weather night, though.
Oh, very, very nice. A little nippy, but hey, it's football.
It's football. Could be worse. Could be snowing.
Could be raining.
Could be raining.
What's also good about Westfield is that the community of the Westfield Youth Bombers are here. Westfield Youth Cheerleaders and Westfield Youth Football is here. Westfield Youth Football, Pee-wees, and juniors have.
Is that a playoff type championship game?
Yep.
Yeah.
Winner goes on to the Super Bowl for the youth football.
Oh, no kidding. Yeah.
I talked to Troy St. Pierre yesterday, and he's not.
Let me know, and I'll do an intro.
Closer to kickoff, we've got the starting lineups for you. Bill Thomas's favorite part of the broadcast, the coin toss, national anthem, and kickoff to follow. All that as we proceed here from Westfield
Yeah.
in Westfield.
Yeah. Go down there and turn it on.
More action to come. You're listening to Rolstone Bank and Trust Countdown to Kickoff. On the
Welcome, Westfield football fans, to historic Westfield's Billy Bullens Field to see the number 12 Fitchburg High School football team versus the number 5 Westfield Bombers. With me is Drew Dekarski. Drew's going to do the play-by-play, so we'll be departing soon, but we wanted to give you a little intro to the game before it gets going. Drew, what can you tell us about the two teams?
Westfield has Jackson St. Pierre, who is coming in for Matthew Adamite's broken collarbone injury, which he sustained at the loss to Central a few weeks back. Jackson St. Pierre has a lot to prove to not only the team that he can lead the team, but he also has to prove it a lot to what his brothers Austin St. Pierre has.
That's true.
As for Fitchburg, they have a big 6'3", 325-pounder on their team,
Yep.
and they are very aggressive from what I heard. So it's going to be down to who wants him the most.
I understand Fitchburg's quite the running team. They have a real all-star running back in Okendo. You'll probably hear his name, Anthony Okendo, quite a bit today. And they come into the game at 5-2. Westfield comes in at 6-1 with a tough loss against Central, which is undoubtedly the best team in Western Massachusetts, right?
Very much so, yeah. Central took on IMG a few weeks back, and IMG is the number one in the nation, and it was a close game.
It was a good game. So here we are at Billy Bullens Field. We're just a few minutes away from pregame festivities with the national anthem. The Westfield High School Bombers band is set to enter the field. The teams are at opposite ends of the field here at Billy Bullens Field. It is now 6:50 in the evening. It's a chilly Friday, November night for Friday Night Football. My name's Dan Knappich. I'll be with you to call the game. This is a great opportunity here for the city of Westfield. We haven't had a playoff game in a while here at Bullens, right? We had fall season 2 earlier in the spring, which the Bombers struggled through, but certainly mightily this fall. They rolled right through the competition to a 6-1 record with 228 points for and 40 against.
Mm-hmm.
And Fitchburg rolled 2 as well at 5-2 record. The Red Raiders 201 points for and 172 against. So I'd say, Drew, maybe that if Westfield can get a running game going, they probably can run all day on Fitchburg, maybe.
I can agree with you on that one, but also you got to make sure to understand that both Fitchburg and Westfield's defenses are on the best. And Westfield has been known, as we see, with points against, to only hold teams to 40 points against them. As with Fitchburg, it comes to 172.
Yeah, that's quite a delta between the two teams, and it'll be interesting to see if Westfield can hold back Anthony Okendo in his very vaunted running attack here today. So the Bombers band is coming out onto the field. We're going to get ready for the national anthem and kickoff shortly thereafter. You're good. All right, Drew.
And the Red Raiders of Fitchburg High. Fitchburg is the coach is Greg Graham. The head coach for your Bombers is Rob Harris. Coach Payne is assisted by Paul Finlick, Troy St. Pierre, Matt Colby, Grant Smith, and Tom O'Neill. The officials for tonight's game are Albert Mason, Michael Polio, Nicholas Highland, Brian Craven, Hank Root, and they have been selected because of their knowledge of the rules of the game and their ability to properly and fairly officiate the game. Tonight's game will be conducted according to the rules of MIAA and the PBIAC. Fans are also reminded that tobacco, drug, and alcohol use is not permitted at school events or on school grounds. Fans are requested to take responsible ownership and officials in the spirit of good sportsmanship. Any taunting of players, officials, or other spectators will not be tolerated. Ask fans to lead by example and be good role models for the youth in attendance. Now please stand and welcome your Westfield Bombers!
Alongside the old Westfield High School. The visitors' side of the bench is on the Hubbard Street side. Good crowd tonight here at Bullens Field to take in the action. It's been some time since we've had a playoff game here. It's a good atmosphere. I know the team is psyched and ready to go. Coach St. Pierre's got his team in top form. They are missing their quarterback, their number one quarterback, Matt Adamites. He had suffered an injury earlier in the year to Central High School. But Jackson St. Pierre is picked up from there and has guided the team into the playoffs. So here we are tonight against the Red Raiders of Fitchburg, number 12 in Division III, with the Westfield Bombers being at number 5 in Division III. Here comes Fitchburg into the stadium, opposite field. And we get ready for the national anthem. Stand up. All right, Westfield fans, thank you to Pat Kennedy and the Westfield High School Bombers Marching Band for a great rendition of the national anthem. My name's Dan Kanapic. I'll be here calling the game tonight. The Westfield High School football Bombers are in their black uniforms, their home uniform, and across the field is the Fitchburg Red Raiders in the away white jerseys and white pants. It's an exciting game here. It's the opening playoff round of Division III playoffs. The Bombers come into the game as the number 5 seed. Fitchburg comes in as the number 12 seed. No crossover matches between these two teams. There's kind of an unknown between each other. There's never been any history between them. I did a little research today, and it was hard to find any information out, although fair to say that the Red Raiders do give up a lot of points this year. They gave up 172 to the Bombers 40, and they are a predominant run team with a top-notch quarterback in Anthony Kendo. That will lead the rushing attack. Westfield comes in with its own rushing attack for sure, led by Ryan Samini and Matt Collins, and we look for the Westfield Bombers to run significantly during the game today. The weather is spectacular. It's a crisp night. It should be a good night to run or throw the ball, and depending upon how Fitchburg defense holds up, it could be a real run and gun type of game tonight. I'd like to thank producer Pete Coles for putting on the show. Pete and his TV crew, all the cameras that you see and the camera angles are all courtesy of Pete's work and his staff. So thank you, Pete Coles, for all the work you do here at Westfield Technical Academy. Drew Dekarski, he'll be in and out with us, right? Drew, you're calling the play-by-play, right? Okay. Yeah, and Drew will come back to us, do a little recap at halftime, and we'll catch up to you. So the teams huddle out in the middle of the field. I guess it looks like all the captains, everybody's a captain tonight. They're all out in the middle of the field, both teams getting ready to go. Good crowd tonight. You can hear the band going by. My able-bodied assistants tonight, Jack and Tom. You guys are going to need to help me with the numbers. It's a little hard to see them from up here, right? You got your binoculars ready? This is quite an event tonight. Fitchburg has a radio broadcast crew here, and they're broadcasting live while we're doing the TV broadcast. We're also on the Westfield YouTube channel as well. All right. So we're just minutes away from kickoff here. Division III, first playoff round game between the number 12 Fitchburg Red Raiders and the number 5 Westfield High School Bombers. Looks like the Fitchburg team will be kicking off to the Bombers. Fitchburg's end zone is going to be the end zone along King Street, and the Bombers will be defending the end zone along Yackham Field. 12-minute quarters in high school football, and we are almost ready for action. Ball is set. Referees take their position. Alex McCloskey for Fitchburg with the ball on the tee. And here we go. There's a kickoff. It's a squibber on the ground, picked up at about the Westfield 25, and quickly tackled after about a 3-yard gain. So as a 28-yard line tackle, Westfield will start deep in their own zone. Remember, freshman quarterback Jackson St. Pierre will lead the Westfield offense. Ryan Samimi and Matt Collins, you'll hear their names probably a lot tonight. Okay, there's a two-back set for Westfield. Jackson back for a pass, and it's broken up at the 50-yard line. Nice call. Matt Collins in double coverage down the field, and just didn't have enough jump on the defenders. Good way to start the game, though. Westfield regroups, huddles up. Second and 10 for the Bombers at their own 30-yard line. Shotgun set. Handoff on the shotgun, and out to the wide right. Looks like Samimi out there, and he was tackled. Looks like no gain. Third down and 10 for the Bombers. When you know the number, just put the finger on it, right? The name. So third down for the Bombers, deep in their own end zone on the 30-yard line, 3rd and 10. They're on the far right hash mark. Shotgun set. Oh, looks like a flag. Could be some movement, and maybe got the Fitchburg team to jump off sides. So penalty on offsides on Fitchburg gives Westfield 5 yards, 3rd and 5. Shotgun set. 2 wideouts here on the near side. And there's a pass on the screen, and tackled for looks like no gain on that. That was Samimi with the reception, but as I mentioned, no advance. So 4th and 5th, and Westfield will go into punt formation. They're on the 35-yard line. Good job by the Fitchburg defense. Just beyond the 10.5-minute mark here, quarter number 1 from Bullens Field. Here's the punt. Nice kick. It's off. It's up the sideline, the Westfield sideline, and it rolls to the, looks like about the 38-yard line, maybe the 36. So good change of possession here for Westfield. They'll set in the defense. Fitchburg set at their 36-yard line. Fitchburg offense, look for Anthony Okendo, a 5'9", 200-pound running back, to carry the bulk of the offense today. I'll have to listen into the Fitchburg team, the announcers, to get some of the players' names here. Fitchburg back in a 2-back set, 2 wideouts. It's a handoff right up the middle, and Westfield defense looks like it's a stop, maybe 1 or 2 yards. Anthony Oquendo, first carry of the night. Looks like it'll no gain. It'll be second down and 10 for Fitchburg. They're in the near hash mark. Great atmosphere at Bullens Field. Good crowd tonight. Great weather. Both teams are anxious to get started here. 9:32 left to go, first quarter. One back set. Handoff again up the middle. No, it's a wideout. Quarterback sneaker. He's up in the left corner, and he's still on his feet at the 50-yard line. Just beyond the 50 at the 45. Nice quarterback keeper on that one. Kind of fooled everybody on that. Looked like the ball was going to go to Okendo, but the quarterback kept it and fooled everybody out there, and he gets past the 45-yard line. First down and 10 for Fitchburg Red Raiders.
Raiders have found themselves in open space and moving pace as Bolak goes all the way to the sidelines to get the play and then bring it into his huddle. 9:16 clock stopped as the play finished out of bounds.
Okay, here's the Fitchburg Red Raiders. A set, two-back set. Two receivers out on the Westfield side. Handoff up the left sideline. Looks like about a 5-yard gain, but there is a flag on the play. That looks like that would be Okendo. It looks like they're going to march that back on the Red Raiders. Yep. So that's a 10-yard penalty. Looks like false start. So that's good news for Westfield. They're marched back to the 45-yard line. Fitchburg 45. First and 20. So two-back set. There's a handoff and up the right sideline. And Kendo on his feet just over the 50-yard line. Nice tackle by 3 or 4 Bombers. So looks like second down probably in 13. Yep. So they're at the 49-yard line. Same thing, two-back set, 2 receivers wide. Look for handoff, and it is up the middle. Still on his feet, cross the 40, and tackled there after about a 6-yard gain. Looks like Oquendo. Nice set of defense there by Westfield. So it brings up a 3rd and 9 for Westfield. So we'll see if this puts Fitchburg into a passing position here. 7 minutes, 47 seconds gone on the left in the first quarter. 0-0 score here at Billy Bullens Field. Snap back to the quarterback. The Bombers chase him out of the pocket. Comes around the end and he's tackled. Nice job by the Bomber D, forcing him off to the sideline, by the Fitchburg sideline. About 2-yard pickup on that. Nice job with the Bombers. That'll bring up 4th and 10 for Fitchburg. That'll put them in a punt situation. A little discussion going on the Fitchburg sideline, whether or not to maybe go with it. They're at the Bomber 45. See what happens here. They break their huddle and they come out and they're going to go with a traditional set here. 1 back, 3 receivers out. Here's a snap. Quarterback drops back and he's sacked by the Bomber defense. Nice job. Couple yard loss there for the Bombers, but more importantly, they turn the ball over on downs. It'll be Westfield ball at about the 48 or 43 of Fitchburg Red Raiders. Nice job by the Bombers. That gets the band going a little bit. Cheer from the crowd. Here comes the Bomber offense. Jackson St. Pierre, freshman, taking over for the senior quarterback that was hurt during Central's game. Be one back set, handoff up the middle. Nice run around the end, up the Westfield sideline. Nice stiff arm up the run. And pushed out of bounds at about the 22-yard line. Nice run by Westfield. That's Ryan Samimi with a nice run off the end, up the sideline. Nice pickup by the Bombers. Although it looks like there's a penalty there. I'm not sure what that was, but Westfield's back to where it started again. Yeah, it says 1st and 8 on the scoreboard. Not really sure what that could be. 2nd down and 8 now, so. There's another handoff in the Westfield backfield. Run right up the middle. Ryan Samimi. Nice pickup there. Across the 45, short of the 1st down. Scoreboard says 3rd down, 2 to go. Still not sure what that was, what broke up that great play by the end run by Samimi. One back set, 3 receivers out. Here's a snap and handoff up the middle. Samini, nice run off the left back and tackled down. That's good enough for a 1st down for Westfield. Should be somewhere along the 23-yard line on Fitchburg. Nice job by the Bombers. No penalties, no flags. 5:23 left to go. Bombers, quick huddle. One back set, 3 receivers out. Handoff again up the left back and snagged in the backfield by the Fitchburg defense, although it looks like there's a flag on the play. And it looks like it's a flag against the Red Raiders of Fitchburg. Good news for the Bombers. Going to march that off. Looks like a 5-yard penalty. Not sure what it was, but the Bombers, good position here. 25-yard line. 1st and 10. We're on the 17 now. Nice job. One back set. 3 receivers out. Here's a snap. Handoff again off the left back and tackled in the backfield. Nice job by the Red Raiders defense. Looks like Lucas Gay maybe as the running back. Double check that if you could. Okay. 3rd down and 2 for the Bombers. Down on the 17-yard line here for Fitchburg. One back in the backfield, 3 receivers out. And there's a handoff up the middle. And again, tackled right at the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up, looks like, I don't think it'll be enough for a 1st down. That'll bring up a 4th down for the Bombers. So the scoreboard is reading 3rd down and 1. But that was 3rd and 2 the last play, so I'm not really sure. But anyways, the Bombers are set. 3 receivers out, 1 in the backfield. Handoff, looks like a flag is up. So flag took place. It's offsides against the Raiders. Another break for the Bombers. That'll keep the ball moving. 1st down. Should be maybe on the 8-yard line. Should be 1st and goal maybe. Trying to get the scoreboard caught up here. 3 minutes, 17 left. First down, goal to go for the Bombers. Shotgun set, 3 receivers out, 1 back in the backfield. Here's the snap. St. Pierre back for a pass, and it's intercepted in the end zone by the Red Raiders. He's still on his feet, and he's tackled at about the 5-yard line. Tough break for the Bombers there. Tough break. No flags on the play. Looks like it's going to stick. And on the interception, the Red Raiders take over. Looks like at their 5-yard line. Drew, what do you think of that, huh? That's a tough break there for the Bombers.
That is a very tough break for the Bombers, coming in so close to a touchdown, only to get it picked off.
Yeah, they were moving the ball great on the running play, and then they went with the pass and, broke the momentum. That's too bad. Nice drive by the Bombers. 2:50 left to go in the first quarter. Red Raiders take over on their own 8-yard line.
Yep. What Westfield has to do is watch out for number 1, the running back.
Yep.
Hand out to number 1. Number 1 goes through the middle.
Right up the middle with the run, yep. And nice job by the Bomber defense, couple-yard pickup.
What I was just thinking about, too, is Westfield and Fitchburg have something in common. They both have people who can run the ball.
That's true, and that drive by the Bombers ate up a large chunk of the clock here in the first quarter.
Very true.
Yep.
They have Ryan Samini and number 1, Lucas Gray, who is a freshman for Westfield.
Yeah, so Lucas was pretty pivotal in the last one of the last plays there. And Matt Collins is also a good go-to guy for the Bombers.
Indeed, yes he is.
Fitchburg is set. Handoff.
Up the middle. He gets through. He's still going. It's a first down for Fitchburg and a little bit more yards on the tackle.
He's about at the 38-yard line. Nice play by the Red Raiders.
That's what Westfield cannot let go, is how deadly number 1 for Fitchburg is.
Yeah, no question about that. And it looked like that was almost a bobbled snap, but Okendo was able to grab the ball as it was being handed off and made a good run out of it.
Like we said during pregame, both teams are very good offensively, with Jackson St. Pierre for Westfield at quarterback and Lucas Gray and Ryan Samini.
Samini, right. So you know the Fitchburg's going to come at you with a run. So here they are, 1st and 10.
It's a run to number 1 on the outside.
Same thing. He's still on his feet up the sideline.
He passes the first down mark. He's still going, but brought out of bounds by a Westfield Bomber.
Yeah, run out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. You know, if you know the guy's going to be the guy with the ball, right?
Exactly.
You know, he's
at least he's starting to change the direction, have him go the opposite direction.
I know it. Yeah. Nice pickup by the Red Raiders. So 2 runs gets them deep into Westfield territory already. So
if I was Westfield, I would definitely watch out for number 1 on Fitchburg again, because we all know where the ball might be going.
No question about it. I bet you 9 out of 10 times that's where it's going. So here's Fitchburg breaks the huddle. They got 2 backs in the backfield, 2 receivers out. Here's a snap, and it's a handoff right up the middle. And the Bombers defense all over that. Nice job by the D. Looks like they stop them at about the 39. So
yeah, that was a good stop by Westfield's defensive line.
Yep.
That's what they had to do throughout the game, is keep him down, keep him at bay.
Yeah, that was the same play, the last 2 plays in a row, and they were able to stop that one. Exactly the same run. We're under a minute here to play at first quarter. Bullens Field 0-0 is the score. Fitchburg versus Westfield. Opening round of the Division III playoffs.
Here we go. They have 2 in the backfield along with the quarterback. 2 receivers out.
High snap,
it's a run.
It's a keeper, quarterback keeper, and he's forced to the outside by the Bombers D, and they tackle him. Looks like it could be for a loss, Drew.
Yep, it looks like there's a helmet on the field from a Westfield Bomber. Westfield Bomber has
lost
his helmet.
Yeah. Let's see, who's that? What was that number on that guy?
64, I believe.
64?
Yep.
Who's that, Tom?
Number 64?
Yeah.
I think that's...
You see it? I can't find him. Well, number 64. You got it. All right, you got it. Yeah. So that's Sean Daly. Nice job, I think, right? 64. Yeah, Sean Daly. Well, I guess his head is okay, so he's back on the field, so that's good.
That's good. And as the clock is running out for the first quarter, the
Yep.
score is 0-0 for both sides. This game has been a very good game for both sides offensively and defensively.
Yeah. Drew, I'd say Westfield, carried the play in the first quarter there. They had more time of possession, probably maybe 9 minutes out of the 12, but they came up empty with that goal line interception.
Now, I agree with you on that one. They should have kept it as they were doing it. The handoffs the run game was always working for Westfield, but St. Pierre thought he could throw it in. It became intercepted at the end zone, but now it becomes Westfield. No, it becomes Fitchburg's ball.
Fitchburg, yeah, it looks like they're 3rd and 8. We changed the sides of the field for the quarter. And we know where the ball's going, right, Drew?
Yes.
From Fitchburg, you know number 1's going to grab it.
Oh yeah, and definitely, it's definitely gonna go to number 1. If it doesn't go to number 1, watch out for the quarterback keeper, like we just saw a few moments ago.
I think the key for Westfield's going to be if they can keep the ball pounding on the ground. Fitchburg gives up a lot of points, and maybe mix it up, once in a while with a pass, but you got to execute. And Westfield had a golden opportunity in that first quarter and just missed it.
And as we get ready to start quarter number 2, it becomes Fitchburg's ball still. If I was Westfield, I would definitely watch out for number 1.
Anthony Okendo.
Anthony Okendo, he is a deadly person if he gets that ball. If he gets any open yards, he is a deadly person.
Yeah, 5'9", 200-pound running back. So Fitchburg will now take over, switch the field. They'll be moving towards the end zone on King Street, and Westfield will be moving toward Jochum Field here in their home black uniforms.
And I will be seeing you at halftime.
All right, Drew, good talking to you. Thanks for joining us. My name's Dan Knappich, and you're watching Channel 15 TV, WestfieldTV.org. Thanks for joining tonight. A run off the left side for the Red Raiders, and it looks like about a pickup of about 5 yards. That's Okendo again. We've mentioned that name. You'll hear that name all night long. Reading in the Fitchburg papers, he accounted for much of the Fitchburg offense. So they'll bring up a 4th and 1 for Fitchburg. They're deep in Westfield's territory on the 41. So I'm going to imagine they're going to go for it. Westfield defense has been bending a little bit, but they're holding, so that's good news tonight. Both offenses are high-scoring offense. Westfield scored 228 points during the season, and Fitchburg 201 points, mostly on the ground for both teams. Fitchburg breaks the huddle. They've got 3 receivers out, 1 back in the backfield. Here's a snap, and it's a handoff to Okendo up the middle. Nope, quarterback keeper, and out to the wide right, and Westfield tracks him down nice sack by the Westfield defense. They do a nice job with that fake. It had everybody looking towards Okendo because he's the guy that's normally going to carry the ball. But nice job by the Bomber defense to tackle the quarterback for a loss. So that'll be a turnover on downs for Westfield. They'll pick up on their own 38-yard line, 1st and 10. 11 minutes, 21 seconds left to go in the second quarter here at Bullens Field. Ball is on the far hash mark. 1 running back, 3 receivers out. Here's the handoff up the middle. Right side up the middle, and he's still on his feet past midfield. Nice run by the Westfield back. Looks like it's Ryan Samini again. That seems to be a really good combo. Nice job by the Bombers moving those chains. So as Okendo is a force for Fitchburg, Samini is a force for Westfield. Again, 1 back set, 3 receivers out. There's a snap. Again, handoff off the left backside. Forcing him outside, and looks like they got him for a loss. Nice job. The Raiders they stayed home there and watched them run towards the opposite sideline and were able to tackle him for a loss. Bombers break the huddle.
No score, Fitchburg and Westfield in playoff action tonight.
Looks like a little traffic direction here, and the back isn't set yet. St. Pierre gets him set now. There's Got some motion on 84. And it's a pitch to the back, and nice run there by Westfield. And he's going to cross midfield at about the 45-yard line. So that's going to bring up third down. Looks like 3rd and 7 for Westfield. You get the number on that, Tom? Was that Kelly Cash? Yep, nice job. So Westfield breaks the huddle, one back set. 3 receivers out. And here's the snap. High snap. St. Pierre back for a pass. And not sure, incomplete. Tough to see the number on that jersey. Tom, can you pick up that number? 23. Who's 23? Antonio Adams. 4th down and 7 for the Bombers. Looks like it's a punt formation on the 45-yard line of the Red Raiders of Fitchburg. There's a snap. Nice punt up in the air. And it takes a Fitchburg bounce backwards, though, at about the 30-yard line. And here comes a flag, though. So the flag is right around where the ball landed. Not sure what the call is going to be. Yeah, it seems like it's some sort of infraction with the sideline. Anyway, the ball is set on the, looks like the 30-yard line of Fitchburg. 32-yard line. 1st and 10, Red Raiders. They got a one-back set in the backfield. Here's the snap. Handoff up the middle to Okendo. Nothing there, though. Westfield Bombers defense brings them down after maybe just crossing the line of scrimmage. 2nd down. Well, when you know you're going to see the same running back time and time again, it's easy for the defense to focus in on that, and it looks like what's happening here with the Bombers. So if they can avoid the big run by Fitchburg, they'll be in good shape. 8 minutes, 39 seconds left to go in the second quarter here at Bullens Field. No score. Number 12, Red Raiders of Fitchburg High, and the number 5, Westfield High School Bombers here in opening round playoff, Division III football. There's a snap, handed off again up the right sideline, and no gain there. Nice job by the Bomber D, forcing them out of bounds. Good group tackling there. It's very hard to see numbers with the jerseys out here at night. So when we can see them, we'll give you the numbers. So that'll bring up 3rd and 5 on the 35-yard line. Good. Coach St. Pierre so far must be kind of happy with the team. There's a snap, high snap. And it goes to Okendo again off to the sideline. And again, the Westfield Bomber D group tackling right on the sideline. And it looks like no gain on that one, and it'll bring up a 4th down on Fitchburg. Probably going to see a punt here deep in their own territory. Nice job by the Bomber D here to force this one. So whatever that pregame game plan was for Okendo, Westfield seems to have done a nice job through most of the first half here containing him. There's the Red Raiders set. Well, they're going to be going to try to go for it here on 4th and 2 it is. There's a handoff, and he breaks through. And he's just short of the 50-yard line, right up the middle. Gain of 6. Red Raiders first down. That was a kind of a fake there. Okendo comes off the field and they hand the ball, it looks like to number 2, Darnell Thomas. And he runs a nice run up 6 yards up for a first down. So here's the Red Raiders on their own 47. 6:38 left to go in the second quarter. 2 backs in the backfield, 2 receivers out. Here's a snap, and that goes back to Okendo up the middle. Tackled hard by Westfield, and there's a flag down on the play. It's a procedure call against Fitchburg, so that'll bring it back 5 yards. Good break for the Bombers here. 1st and 15 now. Bomber defense holding strong here. Been able to contain Okendo. They knew going into the game he was going to be the #1 offensive threat for Fitchburg. Fitchburg breaks the huddle. 2 receivers near side, 1 on the far side, 2 backs in the backfield. Here's a snap. Quarterback keeper up the middle, and he's still on his feet. Broke through a number of arm tackles, and he gets up to about the 50-yard line. Nice run. 6 yards it looks like on that play. So the Bombers D continues to bend and hold. 2nd down and 9. 5:44 left to go in the second quarter. Ball's on the 49-yard line of the Fitchburg Red Raiders. One back in the backfield, 3 receivers out. Kendo's in the backfield. Receiver in motion, and it looks like a flag. It's probably going to be delay of game call on the Red Raiders. So another break here for Westfield. So the Red Raiders, looks like there's a timeout on the field, a little break in the action, the huddle with the coaches, see what's going on here. 5 minutes, 18 left to go here in the second quarter at Billy Bullens Field. Pete Coles, our TV producer, doing a great job. Pete and your team. Nice, nice. It's a great night here at Bullens Field. Pete, thanks for setting it all up so people at home can watch the game. 0-0 is the score. Defensive struggle here. There's been some good runs reeled off by both teams, but nobody's been able to punch it in the end zone yet. Drew, what do you think? Is the game as it was built here? It's going to be like a run game and defensive struggle, or what?
I think it's going to be a defensive struggle for probably both teams right now. For one, Westfield can't control Okendo, and Fitchburg can't control Samini or Gray.
Right.
So it's going to be an offensive struggle in that part. But for offense, I think they both are equal.
No, it's been interesting, and they pulled off Okendo in that last big run there, and they put in another guy, and it seemed to fool everybody, and he got a first down out of it.
There he goes, and it's a keep going to the
Quarterback
outside.
Keeper, yep.
Oh, that is a good hit by Westfield.
Hit hard by Westfield at about the 3-yard pickup.
Makes it a 3rd down.
So, I got to say, Drew, penalties have really hamstrung the Red Raiders here. Every time they seem to get something going, they get an untimely penalty.
I agree with you on that one. I believe they have about five flags.
I bet you, yeah.
For Fitchburg.
Yeah. They had an odd one, like a few plays back along the sideline. I wasn't really sure what it was, but it looked like it involved the sideline, the coaching staff over there.
I mean, you got to think it's playoff game action. There's going to be a lot of high tempers and a lot of high attitudes going into this. As they line up, it's in motion.
There's a handoff to Okendo and nothing
gets
home.
Stopped, and that makes it a Westfield that makes it a Fitchburg 4th down.
Yep.
If Westfield can stop him here, it would become a Westfield 1st and 10.
Westfield tackles, they stayed at home at that one, and Okendo had nowhere to go, and they just smothered him right at the line of scrimmage. Nice play by the Bomber D. So it brings up a 4th and 4 on the Bomber 46. And, Drew, the Red Raiders haven't punted yet.
No, they haven't. It's always been going to Oquendo.
Yeah. They're not going to punt now either.
Nope.
It doesn't look like it, right?
So it looks like it might be a pass play or it might be a motion.
We'll see what's going to happen here. They're set up for a punt, but they got looks like a short snap.
No,
That's right, Drew. And it's a run. That's
and
right.
there's a flag on the play.
Yeah, flag on the play. So a little trick play there, number 13.
Looks to be on Fitchburg. It's a false start on Fitchburg.
False start. Jared Phillips. The snap goes to him on the short snap. Nice play there, huh?
That was a very good play by Westfield. Westfield, I think, is starting to get used to how Fitchburg plays.
If I didn't know better, Drew, it sounds like looks like they watched some film on these guys because they predict every move they're making so far.
Well, that's good. That's always a good thing to do before a big game like this.
So they back them up a few yards, and it's 4th and 9 now, and there's a punt.
Yeah, it's a punt up,
High
and
snap.
it's going to be received by
No Bombers around.
Nope.
No, and they're going to let it roll. It takes a bit of a Red Raiders bounce to the 30-yard line. So, hey, you know what? Bombers dodged another one right there.
Yep, that's what I think it's going to be like for the rest of the game. Every team, these guys are going to dodge everything until it comes down to the very last second of the game.
Absolutely. 3:22 left to go in the second quarter. 0-0 here at Bullens Field. Tight game here. Drew Dekarski making the call there. My name's Dan Knappich. Pete Cole's our producer. Tom and Jack are co-producers here, keeping up with the numbers on the players. And it's a wonderful night for football here at Bullens Field. Great atmosphere, great weather, good crowd, entertaining game. Drew's calling the play-by-play, so he goes back and forth. It's good to have him, though. He's good. He knows all the players. So Westfield takes over now, 1st and 10 on the 30. Here's a run up the middle. Looks like about a 5-yard pickup for Westfield. Nice job. Probably Samini, right, Tom? All right. Good start for the Bombers. 2nd and 5. 3 minutes left to go, second quarter.
Westfield needs to concentrate on the basics for a little bit here.
If they can just keep the running and move it off tackles, right and left a little bit and just keep Fitchburg guessing. Fitchburg looks like they got a pretty porous defense. You just got to keep pounding it,
Yeah, they're good up front, but when you get on to the secondary levels, they're pretty loose out there.
Here's another handoff, and there's a flag, it looks like.
Motion on the offense.
Yeah.
Looked like in the line somebody jumped a little bit early on the snap count.
Yeah. So there's been a fair amount of penalties tonight. Maybe that's the 7th one this evening. Game halfway through. That'll bring up a 2nd and 10.
By the way, we have the fearless Curtis Elmer out on camera out there.
Yeah, give a shout out to your camera crew, Pete.
He's Curtis Elmer and the artificial intelligence camera mounted to the press box are my two cameramen tonight.
Curtis, he's all dressed for this weather. He wasn't dressed so good in fall too, but now he's all set, ready to go. So one back set for Westfield. There's a snap. St. Pierre back for a pass to the wideout. And nice reception there. He's still on his feet. Dekes the defender, and he gets to the 45.
Again, that's what we were talking about, that porous secondary. Once you get it out past the first layer.
Yep. There was nobody there. He deked them, and he had another good 5 or 6 yards untouched. That brings up a 1st and 10. And that was a nice reception by Matt Collins. Thank you, Tom. Bombers back on a quick huddle. One back set. 3 receivers wide. Here's a snap, and it's a handoff to number 20. Caught in the backfield, though. Samini, that's a rare loss of yardage by Samini. He usually pounds it right up the middle.
But again, that's what I'm seeing. That front line for Fitchburg is very stout. They're good with the run. They're picking it up quick, and they're holding them on a contain. Once you get beyond that front line, that first 5 or 6, you get into the secondary. It's a little bit more wide open field for Westfield on that.
They've been pounding that front line so long. You kind of feel like if they can get out of the gate strong in the second half, they can rumble through the backfield and get a quick score on these guys.
Yeah, if you get your back loose on a screen or something like that, or like we just saw in that pass play 2 plays ago, you get something out on a short pass out in the flat, you're going to get extra yards in that because the Red Raiders are playing almost like a zone defense out there.
Yeah, there's a timeout on the Westfield side, 1:47 left before the half. Bombers on the 44, their own 44-yard line, second down and 11. And I know, hey, Pete, Ed DiBartolo moved back to Arizona, my color guy.
Yep.
And I know he's missing the game. He's probably watching it from home. I told him the game would be on TV tonight. So, Ed, we miss you.
We did get it out to YouTube as well, along with the clean feed from the artificial intelligence camera, but I'm relying on both Curtis and the AI camera. And plus, I hate to say it, but it's much, much warmer with some earphones on.
Yeah, it is. It's I was wondering because it was pretty cold during Fall 2 broadcast, but it's toasty here, and the heaters are working in the press box high above Bullens Field. Everything's good tonight. We just need a Bombers win. That's what we need.
That would be helpful, yeah.
All right, so play back. Bombers set, one back in the backfield, 3 wideouts. Here's the snap. St. Pierre back. He's scrambling. He's passes to the sideline, and it's caught. Nice catch by Westfield, still on his feet. That looks like it should be good enough for a first down. It'll be pretty close.
Let's see where they give him the spot on that one. Moving the chains.
That's Sean Daly.
Chains are moving for the first down for Westfield.
The chains are moving. That is a first down. Bombers first down. Nice play. 1:30 left to go. Ball on the 44-yard line of Fitchburg. Bombers set, one back. Here's the snap. St. Pierre back for the pass. Nice again, the same play, but it's incomplete. Or intercepted? Hard to see. That was thrown right at the Bomber sideline, and all the players are blocking it. It looks like it's incomplete, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, not intercepted. Thank goodness.
I heard the radio guys calling almost intercepted.
Almost intercepted. No. We're still got the ball here.
Getting a little excited over there.
Yeah, keep those Fitchburg radio guys in check, Pete. We're the TV guys. All right, Bombers set, second down and 10 on the 44-yard line of the Fitchburg Red Raiders. One back in the backfield. 3 receivers set. St. Pierre back. He's scrambling. Still on his feet, and he's running, keeping it up the sideline. And that could be about a 5-yard pickup maybe for him. Nice job by the freshman quarterback, huh?
You're right, third down and about 5. St. Pierre on the move on that one.
I got to give the kid credit. He's a freshman, comes into a tough situation, guides the team to last couple of victories of the season. Here he is in a playoff game, right?
A lot of heritage in the St. Pierre name in Westfield as well.
I know it. Yeah, absolutely. We were just talking with Drew. I guess his brother had won a championship some time ago with the Bombers.
Yep.
So there's quite a legacy there. But, I tell you, there's a lot of poise back there. He scrambled nicely in the pocket. Drew, pick up the headphones there. Oh, Pete's got to keep it warm. Drew, what do you think of that play by the quarterback, St. Pierre?
I think that was a really good quarterback skill for St. Pierre. He was able to see no one was open. He took it down the field. Now they got some good yardage. Let's hope that Westfield and St. Pierre can go down this field and get a Bomber touchdown.
Yeah, that was a lot of poise by the young man. So it's 1 minute and 6 seconds left to go in the second period here. 0-0 is the score. Bombers 3rd and 4. Fitchburg comes out of the huddle.
If I was St. Pierre right now, I'd be looking to either hand it off to Ryan Samini or look for a pass on one of the guys out deep on the Fitchburg sideline.
Yeah, on this one, that's a good call. They probably be it's going to be a pass play.
They
Yeah,
passed it
right down the sideline again.
And it is caught.
Is it caught? It is.
That is caught by number 20, Ryan Samini.
How about that? Drew, you couldn't even see him sneak down there with all the black jerseys down there.
No, you couldn't. Once again, for those of you guys watching, Westfield is the black and red with the red helmets, and Fitchburg is all white with the gray helmets.
And it brings up 4th and 4 for the Bombers on the 39-yard line of Fitchburg. 58 seconds left to go here, second quarter. What do you think, Drew? Going to be a handoff?
I think it's going to be a pass. By the looks of how St. Pierre is, it might be a pass. Yeah, it's a pass. St. Pierre drops back and he throws it.
Nice drop back.
And it's intercepted.
Nice pickoff by the
Fitchburg, number 4.
Number 4.
And that would make it a Fitchburg 1st and 10.
That's Nathan Acker, 5'11", 170-pounder. Nice. That was pretty good. He was up by himself, but he had to jump up in the air, got it in a breadbasket, and he stayed on his feet. So once again, Drew, a nice Westfield drive that took up a lot of time on the clock, ends in an interception.
Yeah, but you can't blame St. Pierre. I mean, he is a freshman. He is just starting out in football as a freshman. He's going to make mistakes, but that mistake might have cost him, but hopefully the defense can come in and stop him before we go into the half.
So I bet maybe in the halftime talk there might be some conversation about maybe sticking with the run a little bit more.
I would think so.
Right.
I think with Rob Perrin, I think Rob's going to probably make a little bit more emphasis on the run game, since that seemed to be working for Westfield. If you're going into the Fitchburg's locker room, I think it's just going to be keep out the pressure on Westfield
Yep.
and see who comes out of this.
So Fitchburg takes over on the interception, 1st and 10 on their own 36. And it's a handoff. Okendo on his feet.
He's still going.
Still going.
And it looks to be
Boy,
Fitchburg first down
Wow.
with a little shoving on the Fitchburg sideline between
Tell
a
you
Westfield
what,
Bomber.
well, that was a heck of a tackle by. That's a one-on-one tackle by the Bombers. That was number 2 for the Red Raiders. That's Darnell Thomas. That was, I don't know the number on the Bomber that tackled him, but boy, that was a great sideline tackle all by himself.
That's what's good about the Westfield defense. If you think about it, Westfield defense are able to hold teams back to only 40 points against the Westfield defense.
Right. And 20 of those, I think, was against Central High School. So right,
I believe so.
Which a high-flying offensive team, Central, right? So.
Yep.
So 38 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. There's a timeout on the field. 0-0 score. Fitchburg is at the 47-yard line, their own 47. But, maybe the Bombers can hold the clock back here a little bit and get out of here with a 0-0 and regroup at halftime.
That would be Westfield's best option, is to try and hold them back as much as they can up until the clock strikes 0.
You know, Drew, a lot of times at this point in the game, when you know you got an all-star running back like Okendo, a real backbreaker is a run, gets away from the defense and goes in just before halftime. That would be real disappointing for Bombers right now.
Pretty much so. Now let's see how they line up. It looks like Okendo's going to stay out there in the backfield. But it looks like it may be a motion over to Okendo. Let's find out as they get lined up.
All right, so the timeout's over. Both teams line up on the line of scrimmage. 2 backs set for Fitchburg. 3 receivers out, 1 in motion. There's a handoff.
And he's going to run up the middle, and he gets stopped by 2 Bombers.
Nice Bomber D there, right up the middle.
The clock's still going down as we are now in 29 seconds and counting.
You know, Drew, that's kind of questionable why they wouldn't have pushed that out to the sidelines and to take advantage of a clock stopping, but they do call a timeout, stop the clock with 26 seconds left to go in the half. Nice job so far for the Bombers defense.
Very
That's
much.
something to build from. I don't know what the stats are for Okendo, but I got to think that he's probably got to be under 50 yards.
I would imagine so. I mean, Okendo, if you look at Okendo and how he runs, it looks like his stats are going to be pretty good.
Yeah, he's the D has been bending but not breaking. The band is lining up, so the players, they're not careful. They're going to get run over by the Bombers band that's anxious to get out and do a halftime show. They've been cooped up for COVID for so long.
And speaking of COVID, Westfield was supposed to have a game against Pittsfield.
That's
but
true.
That game did get canceled due to Pittsfield players coming down with COVID.
Right, and so Westfield ended up, was it 6-1? And yeah, that could have been a.
That could have been a 7-1 instead of a 6-1. But
right.
We hope that Pittsfield's team is healthy and back on the field.
Yeah, that was early, much earlier in the season too. So the timeout's over. Teams come out at the 50-yard line. Fitchburg back, 2 backs in the outfield, and there's a flag.
It looks to be a flag, and it's going to be on the offense, I believe.
Yeah, Bombers are clapping. It is against the offense.
It looks to be a false start on the offense.
Yep, that's it.
Yep, you can see number 2 on Fitchburg trying to plead his case on how he was how he wasn't offsides. As the ball moves down, it remains 2nd down for Fitchburg.
Yeah, that's again, Drew. I mentioned that earlier this evening that every time Fitchburg starts to roll,
it seems to get penalties going on him. I agree.
That's right.
It's like it's like the refs give you a foot, they try and take a yard, and it ends up biting them in the butt.
Yeah, and they get 2 backwards. So Fitchburg breaks the huddle. 2 back set again.
There we go. And it's a pass, and it's thrown, and that's a thrown out of bounds. It would become Fitchburg's 3rd down with 19 seconds to go.
That's another penalty, though, Drew. Looks like a procedure penalty again. So march 5 yards backwards.
That's another penalty. That makes it about, I'm counting 10 penalties for Fitchburg as of right now.
Got to be.
And probably many more to come, hopefully. Hopefully not. But Westfield has been doing a good job being able to keep the number 1 Okendo at bay for the most part. Substitution made for Westfield. Number 61 runs off the field.
They bottled up Oquendo pretty good. They're on Fitchburg's on their own 40 now, second and 17, 20 seconds left, and quarterback Darnell Thomas, he kneels it on this one. It looks like Fitchburg, they're going to just kneel it into the end in the halftime.
Yep.
So, you know what, Drew? 0-0.
That's a good way to end.
Yep.
That's a good way to go into the half. 0-0.
Two teams, they don't know much about each other. No common opponents. No history between them, and they're no better. They're no worse off than when they started, right?
Nope.
So,
and once again, for those of you just tuning in, it is 0-0 for Westfield for this game at Bullens Field.
So Drew Dekarski, Dan Kanapik, and we're going to leave you while the Westfield band takes over the field. We're going to leave you for a few minutes, and we'll come back just before the start of the third quarter to give you a quick recap. You're watching WestfieldTV.org. Thank you. Pete. Welcome back to Westfield's Billy Bullens Field. My name's Dan Knappich. I'm with Drew Dekarski. We're calling the game tonight, the Fitchburg Red Raiders versus the Westfield Bombers. This is the opening night of the Division III MIAA football playoffs. Number 12, Fitchburg, comes in to the game with a good run offense, but gives up a lot of yards and scores on defense. And the Bombers come in with an impressive schedule this year with only 40 points allowed. What do you think, Drew?
I think that's an amazing thing for Westfield with the points allowed. But as for Fitchburg, Fitchburg needs to show why what made them come to the playoffs. You had to be pretty good to go into the playoffs. Fitchburg has to start showing it tonight as we get ready to start the second half.
Yeah, you know, neither team knows much about each other. They don't have any crossover opponents. They don't play each other. Fitchburg from the north central part of the state at 5-2. Westfield Bombers at 6-1 with one game that was canceled against Pittsfield. They could have easily been 7-1, and they had a tough loss to the Central High School Golden Eagles, which is, you know, not surprisingly the number one team in Western Mass.
No, but I mean, it was a good game. I mean, that score was 20-6. Many people at the beginning, before that game, thought it would be a beatdown from Central to Westfield, but 20-6 isn't bad.
No, that was one of the best defensive showings, I think, against any Central opponent. Was the score down by Westfield at that time, holding them down to 20. So we're at Bullens Field. There's 2:45 left to go here in the halftime intermission. It's 0-0. It's been a bit of a, I wouldn't even say, Drew, it's been a matter of field advantage struggle. It's just really been, you know, when the Red Raiders have gotten the ball, they've hurt themselves with a lot of penalties.
Yes,
right?
Very much so. I think the final count was at least almost into 15 penalties for the Red Raiders. As for the Bombers, I don't think there's been any flags going in their direction as of yet.
Maybe one, maybe two, but you know, in that last Red Raiders drive, looks like they were going to try to make a pretty good run of it, but I think they had 3 penalties in that one drive, and that just put them out of the game.
Yeah. By the looks of it, it looks like Fitchburg is going to be returning the kickoff.
Yeah, so the Bombers had received it, so they'll kick off here. The Bombers will be defending the end zone by Yackham Field, and the Red Raiders will be defending the end zone along King Street. So
as I said during the pregame, what's amazing is the Westfield football community. As I was walking down on near field level, I happened to notice we have youth football in attendance as well as youth cheerleading.
Yes, it's one of those things where the youth organizations take their lead from the Bombers, I think, and they provide a nice feeder organization. I saw a lot of dads that I know that have got young sons in youth football, and I know they come to games like this and they think someday about playing on the big field here. So
that is one kid's dream here at Westfield, to play amongst the crowds.
You know, Drew, I got to be honest with you. You know, one of the few places that still has natural grass field here is Billy Bullens Field, and I think it was when Minichog came to town, they were remarking that this is the only grass field they play on, and it's a real treat now to play on grass. Back when I was a kid, way many moons ago, it was a real treat to play on artificial surface, right? Yeah. So we're one of the last schools left with natural grass turf here. So the clock is winding down. We're almost ready for kickoff here to start the second half at Billy Bullens Field. Drew Dekarski, Dan Knappich calling the game. Drew, it's a pleasure working with you tonight.
Thank you. You too. This is amazing. Great opportunity for me. Thank you both.
Absolutely. Pete Coles, our producer, and his team, doing a #1 job. I got the boys, Tom and Jack, tracking down numbers of players and whatnot. So it's a real team effort here up at the press box.
With about 10 seconds left to go at halftime, ladies and gentlemen, let's get back to some Bomber football.
Here we go. Bombers will kick off to start the second half. Clock ticks down.
And it is time to go.
Here's the whistle. And here's the kick.
And it looks to be a very short kick.
Nice snag by the Red Raiders. Did you see that?
That was a very nice snag. A very short kick, but a very nice snag.
Yeah,
and the whistle is blown.
That ball was like a shoelace catch there at about 20 yards total distance, but only about 3 yards off the ground. Nice play there by the Red Raiders. So they'll pick up the ball, and it'll be somewhere at about the 40.
Looks to be
45-yard line.
I would say the 45-yard line. And what I'm just reading, what I'm looking at here is that before Westfield became number 5, they were number 2.
Oh, they were? No kidding.
It says right here, back in October 29th of this year, number 2 Westfield beat number 8 Long Meadow 13-6.
Yeah.
That's not a very bad fall for Westfield. That's just a few numbers down, but Westfield has to show right now if they can hold number 1 Oquendo.
Yeah, as you recall, this is the new format, statewide format.
There's
and
a handoff
to Oquendo up the middle. Yeah, he gets tripped up at about midfield. So this is a new.
Oh, it looks like he's down.
He's slow to get up. Yeah, he's rolling. He might have snagged his knee.
We always hate seeing that.
Yeah.
That's never a good thing, especially when it's a star running back like Oquendo.
Yeah.
We hope he has a speedy recovery.
Yeah, it looks like he may be holding his right knee. So this is the new playoff format. Yeah. And so it matches up with the computer algorithm, your wins, the strength of opponents, your losses, the yards for, yards against, and all that. And Westfield comes out statewide at number 5 in Division III.
Yep.
Fitchburg comes out at number 12. But it's really kind of a crapshoot as to what to expect when you get onto the field, because in this format you're not likely to have any common opponents.
Exactly. By the looks of it, the game's going on is Marblehead is taking on Norwood as of right now at Marblehead.
And I know Central is in the Division I matchup. I printed out the score card for all the other games, I think. That's the whole Division III bracket there, I think, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's a handout to number 3. Number 3's going to take it, but gets swallowed up by the Bombers defense.
Snagged in the backfield. Nice job by Bomber D. Group tackle there.
And that makes it Fitchburg's 3rd down. You know what's also amazing is the atmosphere here tonight's game on the Westfield side. The crowd is in this game. The fans in this game. That is what the Bombers need if they're going to go against Fitchburg for the rest of this game.
Yeah, that run was by Richard Santana, 5'8", 170-pounder for Fitchburg. Nowhere to go. Year of graduation. He's a 22. He's a senior. So Oquendo, I think he's
on the sideline being checked out by the staff.
No, he's right there.
Oh, he's back out.
He's back on. Yeah, so he's in the backfield. 2 back set in the quarter with the quarterback.
And it's a drop back, and he's going to run with it. And he almost got
he gets
swallowed up again by the Westfield defense.
The Bombers just smother him right there at midfield. Nice job by the Bomber D.
That makes it a 4th down. And you know what? If I was Fitchburg, I would punt it. But
you've got to punt now.
But as we've seen from Fitchburg lately, we've seen Fitchburg go for it on punts and get great yardage with Oquendo.
Yeah, no question about it. But I think on this one, they're pretty deep in their own back end. But so they're probably going to punt, and they are. They're in a punt formation. Although they got 3 backs in the backfield there, so they might try to pull off a fake one again, like they did last time.
There you go, lined up.
Oh,
no, it's going to be a
all the way
it's
back.
going to be a punt.
Oh, and it's blocked!
Stopped by Westfield.
Nicely done
Westfield
by the Bombers.
has the ball. It becomes a Westfield Bombers 1st and 10.
Looks like number 21, right, from the Bombers?
Yeah, they look like Matthew Collins, if I'm correct.
Cooper? No.
Number 21, I think that's Matthew Collins.
Yeah, 21, Matthew Collins. Yeah, nice play, boy.
That is the fire. That is the fire that Westfield needed to go on as an offensive unit.
Yeah, that's a great timely play here for the Bombers with 9:40 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Let's see if they can turn that into some points here. So you got one back in the backfield, 3 receivers out.
It's a handout to Ryan Samini. Ryan Samini gets tripped up for a short
right
gain.
The line. Yeah, it looks like maybe 1 or 2 yards. Hey, you know what though, Drew? Ryan's been running. He's running, since season 2 in the spring. Now this one, he's been carrying a lot of it. Just stay with that, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So a 1 yard pickup, 2nd and 9.
Now, what I was thinking about coming here to this field was, if you're Jackson St. Pierre and you have a brother who made made history for Westfield, the Westfield football team. Don't you want to try and follow that?
Of course you do.
That's
a nice run, though, right there.
That was a very nice run.
Nice 6-yard pickup, it looks like. It'll probably bring up 3rd and 3, maybe. Yeah, no doubt about it, Drew. He's going to want to. Yeah, that's Ryan again. Ryan Samini, right?
Yeah,
nice
number
run.
21, Ryan Samini. Yep. Looks like Ryan Samini's going to go out this time as one of the wide receivers with having St. Pierre and.
You know, so they've done that screen pass a couple times here with Ryan on the sidelines. Look for a pass maybe on this one, right? 3rd and 6.
I would think that's where they're going to go with it, but here we go.
Yeah, there it is. That's it, right there. And he's open.
And he's got it. And he's going to try and get by.
Oh, and he's snagged by the ankle.
Snagged, yep. I know he's still going, but he gets brought back down and never make it.
Drew, he's got a first down, no question about it. Nice job by the Bomber offense.
That was a great pass, a great catch by number 21, Ryan Samini. Ryan Samini.
Whoever the defender was, they had to grab him around his ankle. They wouldn't let him go, and Samini just kept dragging him down the field.
He just kept going.
Yeah. So the Bombers got something cooking here on the 16-yard line. 1st and 10, one back in the backfield, 3 receivers out.
It's a handoff. Oh, wait, no. There looks to be a flag on the play.
Flag on the play.
It looks to be on the defense.
Oh, it's a defensive offsides. So the Red Raiders were calling a motion penalty, but it's an offside. So march off another 5 yards for the Bombers here.
That looks to bring him close to the 10-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like it's 1st and 5 on the 11, Drew. So this is a great opportunity here for the Bombers, and maybe you just give them some more of that Samini medicine right up the middle, right?
Yeah, I would think that's what Jackson St. Pierre would want to do.
I agree.
As they get lined up.
One back in the backfield, 3 receivers out.
It's a handoff to Samini.
And there he is.
And he's going in for a Westfield touchdown.
And no signal yet.
Wait, no.
He's just a little short, I think.
Just short. Yep, it's just short on the touchdown.
Well, nice run, though, by Samini. Broke a tackle at the line of scrimmage and ran up the right side. And looks like he got down to the 3-yard line. Nice play by Ryan Samini and the Westfield Bombers offensive line.
Now, if I was Rob Perriman, I would try and knock it in for a touchdown by giving it to Samini again.
Keep doing what you're doing. Go to the right. Maybe even go to the left, right?
Looks like St. Pierre is under center. 2 in the back. No, 3 in the backfield.
3 in the backfield, right?
And St. Pierre's hands
handoff.
And he is
just short still.
And he's still just short. By the looks of no signal, he is just short.
Yeah, runs off the left tackle this time. And not sure if he picked up a. Yeah, it looks like a couple yard pickup, so it'll be 1 yard to go. Looks like
I would say he picked up about 1 yard.
Yeah, this is it. This is a good opportunity here for Westfield, coming out of the halftime break here with a nice drive.
Here we go, back to the same formation. 3 in the backfield as St. Pierre is under center, and it looks to be offsides on the defense.
On the defense. Yeah, it is offside on the Red Raiders.
That adds another flag to the Red Raiders penalties as of this game.
Mounting up 13, 14, maybe 15 by now. So the Bombers.
Here we go, lined up in that formation against St. Pierre under center. It's a handoff, and that is a touchdown.
Westfield Bombers, nicely played by Westfield.
That is a Westfield Bombers touchdown by number 20, Ryan Samini. That was a great play that was a great play.
Off the left tackle, nice play. They kind of had like the jumbo set. They bunched all the backs there, and they just rammed it through. And, we were talking about that, Drew. If you can get into the backfield, you can run, and maybe they're wearing Fitchburg out. Bombers set up for an extra point.
They're kicking towards Yakima Field.
Oh, high snap.
And it's a
nice
good.
Nice save by the by the Bomber offense there, and he's able to snag it and put it through the uprights for the extra point. So that's it. Bombers with a great drive here to start off the second half. 7-0 over the Fitchburg Red Raiders.
Now, if I was Fitchburg, what I'd be thinking is that you want to try and get back up and get back in this game. It's not over yet by a long shot, but if I was Fitchburg, I would start trying to think of ways that you can march down the field and get in that same position the Bombers were just in.
Well, Drew, the Bombers have settled in on, really focused in on stopping Okendo, so I'm thinking the Red Raiders might need to mix it up and keep them a little off guard with some pass plays now and again. It doesn't sound like that's their strong suit, but the Bombers have really done a nice job corralling Okendo. So the Bombers get set for a kickoff here.
It looks like Rob Parent is still trying to plead a case of some sort to the ref. As now it's going to be Fitchburg returning after a great job by Westfield, making it 7-0 for Westfield.
There's about a 65-yard drive there. So the Bombers set to kick off here. 6:10 left to go in the third.
And here we go, another short kick.
Squibber on the second line here. Fitchburg picks it up cleanly. He's on his feet,
He's
breaks
still
a
going.
tackle.
He's moving them.
Yeah, he's up to about the 35-yard line.
And there's a flag on the field. There might be something going on, a little extra pushing or shoving going on.
Yeah. What's the signal here? Unsportsmanlike.
That's unsportsmanlike.
On the Red Raiders, so that'll negate some good field position and send them back.
With this good field position, if I was Westfield defense, I would try and keep Okendo at bay as much as they can in order to keep it, to make it go to fourth down.
Oh, no question. They got the Red Raiders bottled up deep in their own zone. And they're backed up to the 26-yard line. So it'll be Fitchburg ball, 1st and 10. 6 minutes left, third quarter.
It looks like Okendo is going out to the Fitchburg sideline.
Yeah.
Leaving one in the backfield.
Looks like
it's a pass to Okendo.
Yeah. Screen pass, he's on his feet. It's about a 5-yard pickup, I think. That's one of those things, Drew. He's going out there. There's probably like a 99% chance they're going to throw the ball to him,
most likely.
Yeah.
That's been the Red Raiders' bread and butter, is that pass or handoff to Okendo.
So they put him on the sideline. He's got nowhere to run, though, so it's kind of a questionable play, but it is what it is, and the Bombers hold him there. 2nd and 10 for the Red Raiders now. So where's Okendo now? Is he back out there again?
Yeah, he's back out there on
he's on the far side. Right, on the Fitchburg side.
Oh, no, he's motion. It looks like he's coming back into the backfield.
Yep.
It's going to be a handoff to Okendo. Okendo's going to go up the middle.
Nothing there.
But gets stopped by the Bombers' defense.
Yep. He got stopped for a loss, it looks like. That's another one, Drew. All the eyes on the field go right to number one.
Exactly,
you can see all the tacklers go right to him. So
if I was the Red Raiders, I would give Okendo a break, because Okendo's getting swallowed up every time he gets anywhere near the D line. I would pass it out and try and get some yardage at the pass play.
So nice play by the Bomber defense. The scoreboard doesn't look like it's up to speed here, but
they still have a first down.
First down, yeah.
Yep. Everything looks to be in order, I hope. Looks like Okendo's back out there. Okendo's going to motion over, coming towards the Westfield.
Play. There it is.
It's a fake handoff, and
it's
it
a
looks
fake one. But they got the quarterback bottled up.
Oh, he's going back for
down,
more yards.
Yeah.
And that's going to become a 2nd down after the defense swallowed up the quarterback.
Well, that's about a 10-yard loss maybe for Fitchburg. Nice play. No fooling there.
But by the looks of what Fitchburg is doing, they're going back to the well on the same plays they got yards on in the first half. But Westfield is just shutting them down.
Yeah, the great penetration by the Westfield defensive line on that. They broke through. Okendo didn't get the ball, went to the quarterback, and they grabbed him quick and threw him down after about looks like a 5-yard loss. 2nd and 15 now. So it's 4:26 left to go, third quarter on their Fitchburg 31.
This is going to be a very interesting drive for Fitchburg. Fitchburg needs to get some positive yards. That tackle on the quarterback a few moments ago really brought them back.
Well, that was a hard tackle, so I'm not wondering if he's not a little shook up.
Okendo looks to be motioning out. No, it looks to be a timeout on Fitchburg.
Yeah, Drew, he was thrown down pretty hard by the Westfield defense there, so it's not surprising. So Westfield's in pretty good shape. Third quarter, 4 minutes left. Just with the last drive, 7 points, 7-point lead, 7-0. Drew's back and forth doing on the field PA work. There's Westfield's athletic director, Ryan Dunphy. Good crowd here at Bullens. A lot of students, a lot of parents. As Drew was mentioning before, a lot of youth football players here. Something to look forward to in the future. Timeout here. Break in the action. Hey, Ryan, how are you? Good. So timeout ends and the teams take the field. So Westfield has got Fitchburg bottled up pretty deeply in their own zone. Looks like second down, 15 yards for first on the Fitchburg 31. So Drew, you're back on, right? You're back on the air.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
back.
4 receivers out.
It looks to be a pass.
Drop
Drops
back.
back. No, he said
And they
try
got
and
him
run it,
bottled
but
up.
They got him
They
swallowed up.
sacked him again.
If I was the quarterback, I would try and throw it a little bit sooner before you get balled up.
Well, you know, the pocket never really developed, and you see the Bombers' defensive men and a nice play of sportsmanship pull up the Fitchburg quarterback. He's he was on the ground quite a bit this drive, so nice job by the Bomber boys for helping him up. So he's out, quarterback out for Fitchburg, number 11, Lucas Bielek. He's on the sideline, and Westfield is at 3rd and 15 for the Red Raiders. Westfield defense holding strong. Here comes the play in from the sideline.
I think I'd be calling a pass play, trying to get down the field, but they might give it back to Okendo and see if Okendo can change his fate.
Well, you know, it's a tough call. They're deep in their own end zone, or in their own zone, 31-yard line.
2 in the back.
2 in the back, 3 receivers out. It is drops back for a pass.
And it's a throw.
And nice
it is
pass.
Caught, and he is still
He's on
going.
his feet.
That
And
is
it's a first down, I think, Drew.
Yeah, that is a first down. And there's a flag on
lots
the
of
field.
flags. There's a lot of
I
action
think
there.
it's unsportsmanlike conduct from what I saw.
Whatever that was, Drew, that all developed really quick. It was a nice catch by the receiver for Fitchburg. He crossed over the first down mark, and then all of a sudden the flags broke out.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, it's going to be on Westfield.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there, Drew. It was like a scrum of players, and the next thing you know, you see all the flags out. But that's, you know, hey, Westfield just had them all bottled up now, just like that, one play, and they're on the Westfield 38, 1st and 10.
Just like I said in the pregame, there's going to be a lot of high tempers going around, especially getting close to the end of the game.
Yeah, 2:54 left, Drew. You got that right. Quarterback all by himself in the backfield. Runner in motion. Okendo.
Kendo's going to be a handout to Okendo.
It is.
No, it's a keep. He's going.
Quarterback keeper, and he slips. Slips in the backfield, and that'll be a loss. That's a great break for the Bombers there.
Oh, looks to be something going on.
Yeah. Let's hope there's no more flags. Yeah, no flags, so that's good.
By looks of what just transpired after the play, it looks like a Fitchburg guy threw one of the Bombers down.
But you're right, Todd. I mean, you can't throw a flag on every play.
No, they're getting a little chippy out there. It's
playoff football. That's what's going to happen.
One and done. You lose, you go home.
And none of these teams want to go home. Maybe as far as this, none of these teams want to go home, especially if you're Fitchburg. That's a 1-hour drive back. You don't want to go home either if you're Fitchburg. No. Fitchburg has become honestly, Fitchburg's a great team from what I was seeing them play tonight.
This is a play to the quarterback, handoff to Okendo.
No, it's a keep again.
Oh,
he's going to throw it. And it is
separation.
incomplete, and
It's
there's a flag
though.
on the play.
It's going to be pass interference on Westfield. You know, it's a
Bob
shame.
Penn is not happy about that flag.
Yeah, I'm not thinking, though, you know, that there needed to be interference on that. I mean, it was the pass was definitely over the reach of the Fitchburg receiver, but it is what it is. The flag came out early on that play, and looks like they're going to march it off on Westfield.
Now, you see, now those are I think those are the only 3 flags that Westfield has gotten this game, and it looks to be a holding call on Westfield.
It'll be defensive holding then. Well, that makes sense because the flag came out early on that, and like I said, it did make sense to have it be an interference play.
And once again, if anyone's just joining us, we are here at Bullen's Field for Westfield, Massachusetts, as the Westfield Bombers take on the Fitchburg Red Raiders in the opening game for the state semifinals.
So the ball's going to be on looks like the Bombers
It's a
20?
Yeah, I would say 20.
Yeah.
I'd say almost 20.
Second down. The scoreboard's not been keeping up with us here, so it still says the 39, but that looks like it's the 24 maybe.
And it's going to be a handout to Kendo.
Kendo up the
and
middle.
He gets it for a first down. Fitchburg first down.
Yeah, a nice run there. Picks up a few yards. Yeah, it looks like it'll be at the 25, I think.
Yep, looks to be exactly at the 25. So
Yeah.
all Fitchburg needs to do is find a way to get that ball farther down the field and into the end zone and into the red zone.
Yeah, this is a good drive by the Red Raiders. 1:20 left to go here in the third quarter. Two backs in the backfield. Snap.
Hands off.
To
Kendo.
Kendo up the middle, and
He's
nothing
still
there.
going, but he gets taken down by the defense.
The Bombers have his numbers, so good penetration by the defensive line, and they grabbed him in the backfield and brought him down for no gain. So we're under a minute now. It looks like they might be able to get one more play off. No huddle for Fitchburg. Try to get Westfield off guard here.
Two in the backfield again. It's going to let's see which way it goes. It's going to be a
Yep,
handoff again. Kendo. Kendo's pushing
Up
through
the line. Yep.
It's still going.
About
the is blown.
it looks like a 4-yard or 5-yard gain by Okendo. And that might bring us up to the fourth quarter.
By the looks of it, yep, we might be going into the fourth quarter if
they do a quick huddle here, maybe not, but let's see. They might be content to run the clock out here. Yeah, looks like that's what they're going to do. So we'll they're coming up to the line. Maybe they're going to get one play in.
with 30 seconds left, they would have to hurry to get this play out.
Yeah. One back in the backfield, two receivers out.
Here we
and
go.
I think they're going to let it go.
They're going to let it go out.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, that's it. That's it on the third quarter. Was the Red Raiders knocking on the Bombers' door here. Westfield High School Bombers up 7-0. We're going to return in a couple of minutes here with fourth quarter action at Billy Bullen's Field. Quite a defensive struggle, Drew. You know, when I was doing a little pregame here, I wasn't thinking we were going to see scores like this because both teams can really run up the numbers, you know?
Yeah, it is. With that score, the 7-0, with that score, that just shows that each team has held each other to a certain standard now. And that standard is just getting higher and higher as this game goes on with both offense and defense for both teams.
Yeah, you know, Westfield has a pretty staunch defense, giving up only 40 points all season. And, you know, the Red Raiders, we were talking about it before, looked like they were a little soft, and they gave up 172 points during the season. But, you know, Westfield hasn't been able to exploit that. They had two nice drives broken up by interceptions. And they haven't undone themselves really by penalties, where the Red Raiders have, for sure.
Exactly.
You know, I think Westfield's probably got more yardage total for the game. But, you know, if you look at it from a totality perspective, but who's been able to move the ball, you know, it'd be a close call because the Red Raiders have moved the ball well, but then they get hamstrung by these untimely penalties, you know. So it's not. It hasn't really been even a sloppy game.
No.
It's just that they've been procedural things, a couple of unsportsmanlike calls, but it's one of those frustrating. You almost feel like somebody's going to break out, and we're hoping, of course, that
it's
Westfield.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So,
I mean, it wouldn't be bad if Kendo could find an open hole and use that open hole to his advantage of going down the field, especially with how close they are to the end zone.
well, that defensive line of Westfield, there's a lot of body there up front. So it's hard for Okendo, north-south runner, to break through that for sure. And the D-line is really held solid. So we're back on fourth quarter action, and the Red Raiders are on the Bomber 21, third down and 5. And
This
it's a
would be
screen pass.
And he has
Nice
it. Number
catch.
19 has it. He's
Yeah.
going through.
But
and
no,
he gets
nothing
hit
there.
out of
Yeah,
bounds.
Bombers force him out. That looks like that's Joshua Medina, 5'8", junior for Fitchburg. So, you know, and hey, nice defensive play calling by the Bombers. They've been on to everything so far tonight.
I agree with you on that. It took him to the first half to get onto Fitchburg, but towards the end of the first half, you saw Westfield start to mesh and start to get used to how Fitchburg runs.
You're right. So we're at 4th and 5. The Red Raiders of Fitchburg High School, they're going to for sure go for this. They haven't really shown a penchant to punt, but you're so deep in Westfield territory, you're going to go for it. And they don't seem to have much of a kicking game because, if they did, this would have been maybe an area where you consider a field goal. But fourth quarter, you need points.
There you go. They lined up.
Going to be a timeout here?
Timeout on Fitchburg.
Timeout on Fitchburg, yeah. So they're going to give it some thought. So, I mean, that would be probably maybe a 42-yard field goal. That's pretty big for high school. But,
very big.
Yeah. But, hey, they know that with Westfield's ball control offense, this might be one of only one or two chances left in the fourth quarter here. They haven't had many.
No.
So you got to get this one right. So, Drew, what's on the bracket here? So whoever advances here, where does that bracket sheet go? Let's see what happens next. Yeah, there you go.
So whoever advances, they play. Whoever advances, looks like they go on a Tuesday game.
Tuesday game, yep. And that looks like that would be against the winner of Plymouth South and Stoughton.
Mm-hmm. So if Westfield wins this, they'll take on whoever wins this game. And I think if they take on Plymouth, they're going to Plymouth.
Yes, yeah. Stoughton's a 13 seed, Plymouth the number 4. So, hey, that would be a long ride for the Westfield team to go to Plymouth, right? So here's the Red Raiders. They're back from the timeout. 4th down, 4th and 6 from the Bombers' 22.
Then drops back.
Drops back for the pass in the end zone. And it's deflected away by the Bomber defense. Nice play.
Looks to be a little shaken up.
Yeah, there's another flag, Drew, I think, right? What number you got? That's Andrew Scott, right?
I believe that is Andrew Scott, yep.
But I think there was a flag, though. Did you see that?
I didn't see any flag. I saw the football referee throw the football. I didn't see any flags.
All right, okay. So that's a great defensive play there. Nice job. Yeah, he's a little tender walking back to the sideline, but nice play by the young man. So, hey, that's a big play right there for the Bombers.
That is a very big play.
Yeah.
Andrew Scott has been very good this whole year. He's been pretty good helping the defense get up there.
Yeah, so the Bombers take over on downs on their own 22-yard line. That's a great stop by the Bomber D. So we got a one-back set, 3 receivers out. Here's a snap, handoff to Samini, and he looks like he's going to get bottled up in the backfield, and he is.
Yep.
And maybe a 2-yard loss. So, this time of the game, Westfield's up 7. They're maybe a little cautious here. That's start of their game plan. Punch it up the middle. And
yeah.
Yeah, a little chilly here in the press box. So there's the snap, and it's a little. The Bombers quarterback picks it up. St. Pierre with a nice run, and they got him bottled up at about the 25 or maybe the 30-yard line. Yeah, nice play by the freshman quarterback. He looked like a little bit of a bobbled snap, but he stayed with it and made some yards out of that.
Ever since Matthew Adamites got injured, Jackson has been taking over that position, and he's been doing a fantastic job.
Yeah, you sometimes lose sight of the fact that he's just a freshman, It's a big atmosphere here.
One back. St. Pierre has the ball, hands it off.
Bumped in by the running back, and he's no go there. Red Raiders all over that. They sniffed that one out. That'll bring up 4th down and 5 for the Bombers. So what do you do here, Drew? You think you punt this one away?
I would say you punt it away. I would say punt it.
Yeah, I know Pete Coles is saying you go for it, man. Go for the pass. Yeah, looks like they're gonna do it traditional.
They're gonna do a punt way. Yeah, I would do that. Less chance of the ball getting intercepted and having Fitchburg take the interception all the way back down.
Well, that's what you're guarding against now late in the game is that big play, and the Bombers have done a great job avoiding that all game.
And there we go. It's gonna
nice
be kicked.
Snap. Good
and it's
kick.
Up.
Yeah.
And
nice.
It looks to be no one there to receive it.
Takes a Bomber bounce over the 50-yard line. It'll come in at about the 46-yard line of the Fitchburg Red Raiders. So not a bad punt, you know. It wasn't pretty, but
No.
it changed the field course here a little bit. So 9:39 left to go, fourth quarter here at Billy Bullens Field. The score is 7-0 Westfield High School up over Fitchburg High School.
Now, Mike, the real question now with Fitchburg going back with the ball is what did the coach tell what's the play going to be?
I can tell you what the play. It's Okendo up the middle.
Again?
Yeah, right?
I think so too. See where Okendo lines up. Okendo lines up on the left side.
Left side of the quarterback, yeah. Watch for the handoff, right?
Yep. If I was Westfield, I'd be watching Okendo's movements and watching that fake handoff that will go back to Okendo. Here we go. It's a handoff to Okendo. Okendo's going to take it up. No, it's a keep.
It is. It's a quarterback keeper. You know, Drew, that's been a pretty good play for them, but no going there. The Westfield defense sniffed that one out, and a couple guys stayed with them. So whatever pregame prep the coach parent did, they got that down because that's a pretty good decoy right there.
That was very good. That was a very good. Here we go. Another handoff to Okendo. Okendo's going to take it up, and he goes through the
nice
defensive line.
So that quick, no huddle offense took advantage of the Bombers' defense there for a nice run there. He punched that up over the 50-yard line of looks like the Bomber 48, 47. So it'd be 3rd and 5 for the Red Raiders.
I'd say if I was Fitchburg's coach, I would try to give it to Okendo again and try and get him a hole to use to go through to get the first down. We'll find out what the play is right about now as they break from the huddle. Okendo would be on the left side of the quarterback, closest to Westfield sideline.
Here's
And
the
it's
snap.
a handoff for Kendo.
Kendo off to the
out,
right.
and he's still going. And
Off tackle. He picked up like 3 yards, I think. Yeah.
Makes it for a Fitchburg first down, excuse me.
Yeah, he gets a first down, moves the chains. 8 minutes, 27 seconds left.
And Okendo is only 5'9",
200
pounds.
Yeah.
But he moves like he's 5'5".
He's down. He's close to the ground. He's hard to tackle for sure.
And as you can hear, the fans of the Westfield High School chant for their home team.
Well, you know, Drew, there hasn't really been a lot to cheer about. There's only been one touchdown, but the bells are ringing and some screams are going and some feet are champing here. So
That's a handoff again, going up the middle. That is number 5. That is Colin Dudek, who is 6 foot.
yeah, it's a nice run by Dudek, 212-pounder. Yeah, he's a senior for Fitchburg. Fitchburg's a pretty senior-laden team here, so it looks like that's on the Westfield 37. So this is another opportunity here for the Bomber D to bend, and not break. So let's see what they can do here.
It looks like it's going to be Okendo in the backfield.
Yep.
This formation is a new formation. We haven't seen this formation.
one. Quarterback under center.
Handoff again up the middle.
Yep.
Still going, and he gets taken. Oh, he's still going up. There's the whistle.
You got a number on him?
That is number 5. That is Dudek.
That's still Dudek, yeah. Yeah, he's a big kid, boy. Yeah, 6 feet tall.
And here comes Okendo coming out, walking on the field.
Bombers switch it up. 64 coming on the field for the Bombers.
McNamara, Cooper number 10, Cooper McNamara comes back out. There we go. 3rd and 4 on the 35. Looks like they're switching up some formation. It's a handoff to Okendo. Okendo's going to take it up again. He's still going. Does he make it? No, I think he's just shy of the first down.
Yeah, it looks a little bit. They might. Oh, he's got a first down signal. Referees in the back. They're going to move the chain. So Kendo off the left tackle makes up his 4 yards. So the Red Raiders, 6:26 left to go, marching down the field. This is one of their most solid drives. No penalties yet, Drew.
Nope.
That being said, could be a penalty coming up. You never know, right?
Yep, especially with how close we are to the end of the game. Fitchburg is probably trying to find a way to answer for that touchdown and the 2-point conversion, a conversion that Westfield did a few moments ago.
A lot of time being taken.
Oh, something's going on the sidelines.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, something's going on with the clock here. So they got it. Fitchburg breaks the huddle, so everything's all set. 6:12 left to go. 1st and 10.
Looks like the ball. Yep, 1st and 10 looks to be on the. Oh, it's a handout to Akendo. Akendo's going to take it up again. Akendo's still going.
He's still on his feet.
He's still
Around
going.
the corner, yeah.
And he gets in there. That just shows you how fast Akendo is. Once he gets that ball and he has a pocket open, he's going to take it and he's going to use it to his advantage.
Yeah, he just kept bouncing off those tackles. That's a nice run by Akendo. It looks like he picked up maybe 6 yards on that play.
It's like Akendo is going to get the play.
Yeah, he was just bouncing off those ends. Yeah, so 2nd down, 2 yards to go on the Westfield 23.
If I was Westfield, this is your moment to try and keep Fitchburg and Akendo at bay. Do not let them get any closer to the end zone.
So quarterback under center, 2-back set.
Looks to be a flag on the play.
Flag. Looks like a delay of game on the Red Raiders. So Drew, I called it. There was a penalty. They were bound to get one.
Yeah, you did call it. Yes, you did. But I'm going to say that flag is a backbreaker for Fitchburg. Fitchburg is still in good position to get down the field.
Yeah. That gives them a little bit more time to work on their play. It's 2nd down and 7. Moves them back to the Westfield 28. There's a handoff to Akendo up the middle, and he's still on his feet. Flag thrown, though. Not sure what the call's going to be.
And the flag looks to be, if we can.
Offensive holding, it looks like, on the Red Raiders. So, boy, Drew, just as we talked about, every time they get some momentum. Let's see what they're doing here with the ball.
Face mask on the defense. On the defense.
Oh, that's a tough break.
That moves the Red Raiders closer to the red zone.
It'll be maybe the 14-yard line, Drew, I think.
I would say that. Now, being Fitchburg, this is where you would give it to Akendo and see what he can do being this close to the red zone.
That's the tough break for the Bombers defense, but they've been bending all night. 4:35 left to go, 4th quarter.
Here we go, 3 in the backfield along with the quarterback with 2 receivers out, and it's going to be a handoff up the middle.
And Bombers defense stops him. Looks like the ball came loose a little bit, but Fitchburg still retains it. So nice play by the Bomber D. Again, they're really focused on number 1.
Just like I mentioned with how they have in common, both Fitchburg and Westfield have guys who can run the ball. Westfield a little bit more than Fitchburg does, with Westfield having Lucas Gray, Samini, and Collins.
Yeah, but Collins has been kind of quiet tonight. It's been mostly Ryan Samini. So Fitchburg off the huddle.
Again, there's in the back with 2 out.
2-back set. Yeah, 3 receivers out.
It's a handoff. It's up the middle.
Off to the left tackle again. He's still on his feet.
He's still going.
Boy, he takes the whole huddle with him.
He took that. He took it, and he said, I'm going.
He took a bunch of Bombers with him, but they dragged him down.
They look to be at I'm going to say, the 1? Almost the 1-yard line, I would say.
It's close, yeah. Boy, oh boy. 3 minutes, 22 seconds left.
Here we go. Akendo and the quarterback coming out. Akendo
inside the 1.
This is the first time.
That's true.
The Red Raiders have been close.
This is their best opportunity right here.
I would punch in with Akendo, but here we go. Lines up. Quarterback under center. Akendo 2 back. It's going to be a hit. And
the Bombers D holds strong at the goal line.
Red Raiders they got it. And it's a touchdown.
There is the signal from the referee. It is a touchdown.
It is a
just
touchdown
barely,
for the Red Raiders. And that is the first touchdown for the Red Raiders. And that is an answer from the Bombers touchdown previous ago.
That was just barely in the end zone. But that all being said, they still got to convert here to catch up. So it looks like the Red Raiders are going to do a 2-point conversion here, I think, Drew.
By the looks of it, yep. Look at the formation. That's a different formation. I had never seen that in my time of playing. I've never seen that formation.
Yeah, they've got players out on both the sidelines, left and right, just the quarterback by himself, and it's not going to work, Drew.
There's a wish to that kid, and it was a timeout on Westfield.
Oh, boy,
That might have just saved the Red Raiders' chances
Yeah.
with that timeout from Westfield.
Drew, I have never seen a setup like that, too. You had 4 or 5 players on the left side, 4 on the other side, and then the center and the quarterback by themselves. So I'm not sure what they were going to do, but the whole Bomber defense came right at the quarterback. Yeah, I watched a lot of football, but I've never seen that play.
That formation was definitely a new one I've seen.
Yeah, it's a shame that the timeout was called because the Bombers would have had them set back there, and then that would have been the end of it. 2 minutes, 50 seconds left to go here, fourth quarter.
The question is now, as we get closer and closer to the end of the game, will Westfield run down the field and get a game-winning goal, or will it be going into overtime?
That's a good question, Drew. So the Red Raiders come back from the timeout, and they're going with that same setup again with the 4 players on each hash mark, and then the center and the quarterback by themselves in the middle.
There are so many things that can go wrong with this formation for the Red Raiders. You're just asking for your quarterback to get hit.
Absolutely.
Here
So
we
here we
go.
go.
It's a drop back, and there's a flag on the field, and he throws it.
Throws it up, and he's
And it's
by himself.
in. Are they gonna count it
catches
though?
So there's a flag, but the reception in the end zone, the receiver for Fitchburg was by himself in the end zone.
As soon as we get to see the flag, it's a false start on
False
the
start.
offense.
Nicely done.
Once again, that flag was a false start on the offense, and the Westfield Bombers sideline cheering for that.
Yeah. So they dodged that bullet this time. So 2 times here at the well, and 2 minutes, 50 seconds left. See what the Red Raiders have for them now. They're going to go with.
I think they're going to go. I would go with the regular formation. Don't try and do that formation we just seen.
Well, I think they're going to do an extra point kick. I think. Yeah.
But it looks like it's going to be an extra point kick.
Yeah.
This is it. This is the Red Raiders' chances to tie the game up if they can get this.
Oh yeah, it's going to be. They're the holders coming back on the field here. So. But, all right, yeah. Look, so traditional extra point attempt here. So this is a big one here for the Bombers.
There we go.
See if they can shake them
The
up a
Bombers
little bit.
chomping at the bit, trying to get ready to get that ball. And here we go. It's put down.
Snap
It's
it
up.
down and up, and it
And
looks like
it's good.
good.
No, it's no good.
No good. Wow.
That kick was no good.
It must have just barely went over the left.
That must be so disheartening to Fitchburg having that
yeah.
kick be no good.
Yeah, the left upright, I think it just barely missed the left upright because it looked good from our position here. Now, there's no instant replay unless Pete's got it, right? Did it go way out? Yeah, you really can't tell from here, yeah. How about that, huh?
Wow.
Oh, did you put it on there? Yeah, all right. Hey, so that's a big break for the Bombers with 2 minutes, 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter. They avoid the tie by a missed point after 2 botched 2-point conversions by Fitchburg. So Fitchburg will kick off to the Bombers, and they could run it out here, right?
Yes, they could. They could easily take that ball and run that clock out. Or Fitchburg, by happenstance, could get an onside kick and get the ball back.
So I think if you're Fitchburg, you got to think about that right now for sure. Absolutely. So that I'm going to have to do a little research on that 2-point conversion setup. Never saw anything like that. But, apparently it worked because that receiver was all by himself back in the end zone. So.
On the board, but they find themselves trailing by 1. 2:50 to play here in the fourth quarter of what is Bill Thomas.
All right, so the Red Raiders take position for which probably going to be an onside kick here.
I would think so. Try and get that ball back and try and do the same thing you just did.
Yep. Here's the whistle.
And here we go. It's a kick.
And
It's
it
an
is.
onside. And
It goes through the Westfield front line, but it's caught in the second line. That was
it looked to be an offside.
Offside on Fitchburg.
Fitchburg.
No
There
kidding.
we go.
Yeah.
That's the thing that's been killing them is those penalties have been killing them.
Yeah.
And that one might have just done more damage than it should have.
Yeah.
As Westfield tries to pump up their home crowd to get them back into this game.
2:49 left to go, fourth quarter. Westfield up by 1, 7-6. It's been a real struggle here for both teams to put points on the board. So a little huddle here by the Fitchburg offense. So there's no doubt they're going to try the
They're going to try the onside again.
kick. Yeah, that kick was a little bit harder than I think than the kicker wanted for sure.
There we go, setting up the kick. It's going to be an onside kick, but the question is, will this onside kick work for the Red Raiders, or will it be a Westfield ball to take it to the end of the game?
Yeah, 2:49 left to go. I think they can run it out.
And here we go. We can hear the Bomber Nation.
Yeah, the Bombers going. All right, waiting for the whistle.
Here we go. It's a kick again, and it's going to be another. Oh, no, it's up in the air.
And again, yeah, and the Westfield back catches it in the second line, and that'll change up the field. But, Drew, I got to be honest with you, I mean, that's not even close. I mean, that's an onside kick, but you put it up in the air and dropped it to the second line,
I don't think that's what the kicker wanted to do, but that's what happened. Now it's going to be Westfield's ball. And the question is going to be answered is, will the Westfield Bombers try and seal the deal and try and go down the field, or will they – you guys, that's too close to even try and not seal the deal.
Yeah, I think they've got to get at least a first down to keep the clock moving. And with 2:47 left, they're on their 41-yard line. They've keep the ball on the ground, don't do anything fancy, and hopefully you don't fumble it and just, let the clock do its thing. That's the key to success here for Westfield.
Here we go. Freshman Jackson St. Pierre out back again with Ryan with number 20 out there. It's a snap. It's a handoff.
Handoff to Samini off the left back, and he's stopped after about a 2-yard pickup on the Fitchburg sideline. Keep that clock moving, Drew. It's 2:33.
That's it. That's the best way to do it, is to have them keep that clock going. And that's
second down and 8 on the 43. Just keep
go.
that clock moving. Stay in bounds.
The clock is now Fitchburg's worst enemy as of right now. Here we go.
Very impressive playoff game here for the Westfield Bombers and the freshman quarterback.
Here we go.
Oh,
nope.
Could maybe jump them off sides. Long snap here. Long count.
Here we go.
Wow, that is some great patience.
It's a hand up to Samini.
Yeah.
Samini's going to take it
breaks
to the
it up the left
side,
tackle, yeah.
And he gets
up the Fitchburg sideline, yeah. So he's not quite over midfield yet. Picks up a couple yards.
It's third down for Westfield.
He stays in bounds, Drew. Very important. 1 minute, 40 seconds left. And Red Raiders timeout here. Yeah. Ooh, this is a nail biter.
This is definitely. I knew this is how the game was going to go with these teams.
Nail biter, yeah. Coach Parents got to be happy with where they're at right now.
I would be.
You come into this game, they probably watched a little bit of film, read a little bit about it, but there's no common opponent.
Nope.
No history between the two schools. You knew Okendo was going to get a lot of the runs.
Oh, yeah, very much, yep.
The Bombers D has answered the call. They've bended, and they've made every big play they needed to make with a little help from some Fitchburg penalties.
Yep, but I'm looking at Fitchburg's schedule, and there is absolutely no common team that Westfield or Fitchburg have the same. Everyone is farther down.
Farther away, yep.
4 seconds have been added back onto the clock.
So with this new playoff format here coming to Westfield High School in the statewide MIAA format, this is kind of like an unknown territory. Usually you had sectional playoffs before, and you knew who you were going to be up against, but here on the statewide format, you don't know.
Here we go, St. Pierre with Samini in the backfield. They're down.
Oh, they get the Red Raiders to jump.
Well, that was a good call. That was an offsides. It's going to be
offside by
Fitchburg. Red Raiders.
Yeah, nice job.
That was a great job by Jackson St. Pierre in the all line.
I tell you what, that's what they intended to do, and they got them to bait on it. So, yeah.
That was a great job by Jackson St. Pierre in the O-line to get the Red Raiders, to go offsides. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the score is Westfield 7, Fitchburg 6. With
Drew, I got to tell you, the poise by the young Westfield quarterback has been very pleasant tonight. I mean, you know, he's playing.
And it's going to be going that way.
First down.
Moving
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, first down.
Yeah, that's a first down
It'll
for
take him
Westfield.
down, right, 5 yards.
First down for Westfield.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. This looks to be Westfield's game all in the bag. If Westfield can get in the end zone.
Well, with the first down, Drew, I think they can kneel it out here with 1:42 left to go. So it looks like they got 4 downs to kneel it. So
There we go. It looks like it's going to be a kneeling formation.
yeah. Well, you know, you can never take anything for granted, Drew, but it looks pretty good. And
It's
there
going
it
to be
is.
a kneel.
But watch for the tempers flaring here. There was a little bit of unsportsmanlike conduct earlier in the game. So there's the first kneel, right?
That's one thing you can't count out is the tempers on Fitchburg. Fitchburg coming all the way down here, trying to make a name for themselves. The tempers are still high. I don't want to be on the sideline for Fitchburg right now.
Yeah, it's a tough night when you're on this. But hey, Drew, anything can happen in football. You never know.
Yeah. Let's just hope that this kneel doesn't end up badly or cause any problems.
Yeah, you don't want a bobbled snap or anything like that. You never know.
There we go.
Same thing.
Same formation for St. Pierre. It's a
He's
kneel.
down on the kneel.
And there looks to be there's a lot of pushing and shoving after the whistles from what I am seeing for Fitchburg.
Officials staying close.
Yep. There it goes. We're under a minute now, fourth quarter. Westfield Bombers up 7-6 over the Fitchburg Red Raiders. Opening playoff game of the Division III statewide playoff
Here we go.
series.
If I was Westfield, I'd kneel it again
Oh, you
just
gotta
to keep
kneel
it going.
Absolutely you do, right. They got 2 more downs to be able to kneel it and get out of here. So here it comes.
That's going to be a kneel down again.
Final kneel down, come out under 30 seconds to play.
Yeah, 20
St.
seconds
Pierre's
left.
just waiting, watching
Yeah.
the time go down. It's another kneel.
Another kneel.
Kneels it down. That's going to be it.
And that
And
is
that's
the game.
Yes.
Westfield goes on.
Looks like Westfield will go on and play the winner of, was it Plymouth South or
Plymouth
Stoughton,
South
right?
and Stoughton and
Yeah.
Plymouth South.
Yeah. So that's a great play here, a great play of football tonight by
Very
the Bombers.
much so.
It was a defensive struggle, running games, running attacks, some timely passes when they needed it. But the Red Raiders really undid themselves with a lot of penalties tonight. And my hat's off to Coach Parent and the boys. They did a great job tonight. The band, Coach, all the coaches, the Pat Kennedy, the band director, all the players. Nicely done tonight here at Bullens Field.
That was a very great game. And by the looks of it looks like Westfield will be going on a take on whoever wins the Stoughton game or the Plymouth game.
So if Westfield's opponent, if Plymouth wins, they go to Plymouth. If Stoughton wins, we stay here at Bullens and we do another TV broadcast to live another day, right, Pete?
Yeah, I believe so.
So Pete Coles and his camera crew, thank you for that. WestfieldTV.org, Channel 15 and YouTube. Nice job here. It was an exciting atmosphere, playoff
Very
football.
exciting atmosphere here.
Yeah, Westfield Bombers had a great season this year, and it gets to continue, and that's the really good news out of
That's
Bullens
great
Field
news
tonight.
for them.
Yep.
But you also got to think of how bad it must be for Fitchburg to come all the way down here
sure,
and have
yeah.
their playoff dreams dashed
Well, you know,
by a
Drew,
freshman as well.
the all that these players have been through with like the canceling of the season last year and then the abbreviated season in the spring, to be able to and Westfield had a tough season in the spring.
Very, very much
And
so,
they come
yes.
out and roll through their schedule. I mean, they didn't even have a close game until Central, and then to come out here and win this playoff game by 1 point, it's a great effort. You know,
It's a very great effort, and I'm hoping that we get to come back up here for the high school game, next high school game.
Well, I sure hope so, Drew, because I enjoy doing this, and I'm not thinking Pete's going to pack up the camera gear and head out to Plymouth. That's a long way
That
to
is
go.
a very long. I mean,
But I know Pete. Pete does rocket shows.
If you happen to do that, I would be more than happy to go out to Plymouth with you.
All right. Well, hey, Drew, that'll do it for us here. We're
Very
going to sign
good.
off tonight. I want to thank all the folks from watching at home. And if Ed DiBartolo is out there in Cave Creek, Arizona, we missed you tonight, Ed. And once again on a final here in the first playoff game in Division III high school football, the Westfield Bombers 7, the Fitchburg Red Raiders 6. This is Dan Knappich and Drew Dekarski signing off. Good night.
Good night.